from a person that I would never expect it from, over an amount. And I'm left disillusioned by it. And I'm gonna pick up the pieces, and I'll be fine. And I'll be stronger for it. That doesn't mean I don't have the emotions that surround it. And it's weird. It's with horses. They say when they're traumatized. I think with people too. But when horses are traumatized, if something sets them off, you can't stop that. You have to ride it out. Let them go through their whole reaction to the trauma when they get triggered out. You gotta just ride it out with them and let them go through it. And then they're okay. That's kind of where I'm at. I just have to ride it out and get through it, and then I'll be fine. But it's just processing everything and then trying to keep going in the world and keep everything held together and take on whatever new problems occur. And then be able to hold yourself through that too. And, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't even know what to say. So y'all are seeing me in a more weakened state than normal. Vulnerable, I guess you guys are witnessing some vulnerability right now, which isn't a bad thing. You just have to be aware when you're being vulnerable so that people don't try to swoop in and take advantage of it. But it also can be a good thing to other people to know that it's okay to act vulnerable or be vulnerable for a minute. And there's strength in that. So it's okay to be human. Yeah, I keep telling people that that's not me. Edge of freedom. Cool. Yeah, my biggest deal, Matt's mom, is that I don't like being lied to. If you can be honest with me, I don't care what it is. You know, I had someone, you know, that cheated on me, and man, he couldn't be honest to save his life for it. And I caught him right in it, and I'm like, dude, just tell me so we can deal with it and move on. Like, this isn't the end all be all. Just tell me the truth. Nah, I can't tell the truth. I hate it when people lie to me, because I can tell when they're lying to me. And then I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I still know they're lying to me, and I don't understand. I'm just like, you know, I can take it. We can deal with it if you're just honest, and then we can talk about it. And then if I don't agree, or you don't agree, or it's just too much, I mean, we can, you know, make decisions based on that. But don't lie to me. Let's see. No, strong. Don't cry. Who is that? Kobe? No, I'm not gonna cry. I will let you in on a secret though. Strong women only cry in the shower. That's the best place for them to cry. So if you have a strong woman in your life, I bet you she cries in the shower once in a while. Then you gotta decide if you're gonna go in and give her a hug or let her just cry it out. Most of them just cry in the shower because they don't want anyone else to know they're crying. Human nature is incredibly difficult to understand. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to be the best I can. Always a mess, mom. It's okay to be human, Matt's mom. Yep. But that's kind of like when I'm being a girl. I tell people, I'm like, I'm being a girl. I can't be a girl right now. So it's okay to be vulnerable. Freebird. What is that? Overseas. Hi. Well, you guys are really reaching out. I appreciate that. Really do. If they lie, they'll do anything. Hi, my mom and you in Austin. Freebird, you've been crying more lately. Sometimes you just have to cry, I think. I had a soul cry the other day. I don't know how to explain it. When we were at Sacramento. And I don't know if anyone's really, I mean, I'm sure everyone over the age of like 12 has probably had a soul cry. And the problem with the psychology of stuff is y'all notice a lot of these people are just being maneuvered from one place to another based on emotion. That's why they were like, COVID's gonna kill you, COVID's gonna kill you. They just eat your emotions up. And for me, I'm not susceptible to it in a lot of ways because of all the stuff I've been through, and it's just like emotional burnout. Like at some point you just get emotionally burned out because they've just been using your emotions against you to abuse you. And so I utilize that information with the government because that's what they're doing. And so a lot of people that haven't been through a lot of hard things contextually are more susceptible to it. It'll be alright, Freebird. It'll be okay. An ugly cry, as Mom says. Freebird, my opinion on that, there is a reason you're crying. But you just have to analyze it, I guess. You have to ponder it a little more, because if you don't know why you're crying, then you're not going to be able to fix what it is causing you to cry. Like, I know, like, there, you know, some people are more susceptible to the energy of the world, where if the world's shifting into a different energy, you can feel it. I know people like that. But a lot of it is us being self-aware. The more self-aware we are, the better off we're going to be. And if you don't know why you're having these emotions, you just have to step back and analyze it. Like I do it all the time. I know why I'm all upset. It took me a few days to figure it out, actually. This too shall pass. Yeah. Identity is the key. Christ, hope, glory. I'm just reading your guys' stuff. I cry when I'm beyond. Yeah, I do too. That's how I've kept from, like, killing people. And I tell people there's 2 reasons why I cry: because I'm really sad, or you've got me so angry that it's not good what's about to happen next. So I cry. I cry to keep anything happening, which is bad. Guys, they go after people and just rip into them and stuff. And being a woman out here, especially, you can't necessarily do that. It's taken differently. So there are times when I have cried when I'm so angry I can't even see straight. Go outside and scream, it will eat you alive. I think what you said just makes sense. Thanks, BJ. Yeah, Freebird. You gotta ponder on it. I don't know, some people, truckers like windshield time. And that's what I was hoping to get today, was windshield time without being so upset and just be able to think about stuff. But nothing has gone right today in a lot of ways, and maybe it's gone the way it has to go because of whatever. I don't know, the Lord does that to me all the time. It's like today, for example, my driver gets lost. It's like a 4-hour like ordeal. I'm so stressed out at the house because I felt like I should have done that load, and maybe I should have done that load. But the way it worked is I got in my truck and took off to where my guy, he got stuck. He tried to turn around with a big old trailer, and he's a smart driver, really smart driver. He's just an older gentleman. I think he's just having an off day. He's, retired, whatever. And I did yell at him at one point on the way there, and I feel bad for it, and I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't be yelling at you. No matter how stressed out. I mean, I just couldn't get my point across to him. And so I just I got mad, and I ended up, kind of chewing him out for it, because I needed him to do certain things, and he just wasn't getting it. And it could be because he's a 73-year-old man, and he's sharp, but, I mean, I have my off days at my age. I'm not telling you how old I am. And so when I finally found him, earned it. In fact, you know, I not only earned that getting yelled at, I deserved a whooping for it, basically, is what he said. And I was like, no, man, I shouldn't be losing my temper on you like that, no matter what. So, I mean, I need to be better than that, no matter how stressed out I am. There's other ways to handle stuff. But I wasn't like screaming at him. I was cussing him out pretty good. But I felt bad. I felt remorse for it. I should be better than that. We all should, I guess. Don't shit on yourself. What do you mean by that? Camp. Don't shit on yourself. As in, like, I should be better than that, like reflecting, trying to talk about where I should be. Urban 27. That's nice. That's the energy brownie points, Urban 27. I love it. I found him, led him to the location. It was only supposed to be a 15,000 pound telehandler. I don't know many telehandlers that are 15,000 pounds. I've run into this before. And we looked at it, started to load it, completely started to bow my trailer down to the ground. I told him, back up. We're not loading that. I did a little research. I think it's 28,000 pounds. My max capacity is 17. That's 11,000 pounds overweight. I called the guy. I was like, nope, I will not put my equipment, my driver, my company, any of that stuff in danger over that load. You told me it was 15. I took it understanding it was 15. If I would have known it was anything else but that, I would have told you no over that. So I just was like thinking, of course, after the day we've had, that we would not even be able to complete the load. Which upsets me, because I don't operate like that. I know I said it earlier, I guess on the last one, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. You know, I don't usually lose customers over stuff, and but I reflect on it and think that if I hadn't have gone out there, it is entirely possible that he would have been so inclined to complete the job after the mistakes he made today that it would have led to more mistakes. And there's no way that that piece of equipment should have been on that trailer at all. And I just wonder if he would have just felt very compelled to try and get it handled, to try and make up for it, and it would have just gotten worse. So in one way it was a tough day, in another way it was a blessing that whatever happened the way it happened led me to be out there, to know what was going on and to stop it before anything more happened. So, you know, lessons learned. I just told the guy, I'm like, if you know, let's call it a wash day. We both screwed up. Let's start fresh. I don't know if he's gonna take me up on it, but I also told him that I would handle his loads personally for a little while. 2 reasons. A, what happened today with him getting lost, and B, because now I know that man doesn't know what things weigh on occasion, and I can't have that with my drivers, because my drivers will be good drivers and they will try to just get the job done, and I can't put them in that situation. So it is. Oh, Camp, you're so wise for your age. I appreciate that. We're all human. You got a lot of irons in the fire. Drivers understand that, and I'm sure he forget it. Yeah, irons in the fire. You ain't lying right now. So we're trying to get things situated. I have to do all of my invoicing. I put it out for 2 days because I had to, with all these other things going on, and I've got to get it done. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm probably going to do as much invoicing as I can and then call it a night, I guess. Just trying to do that on purpose, hoping this works out. He's an oil field guy. I'm wondering if he utilizes a different equipment trailer and he's not aware of that with mine, because with what he said to me, he was like, well, I put it on mine all the time, and I think he just has a different trailer, because I know that person would not overload his trailers. I've seen not new to this guy. He's not a bad guy. I think he's a really good guy. I think he's decent. But I'm wondering if he's just put it on an equipment trailer, which takes a lot more weight, and didn't realize like the difference, which is possible because he doesn't run the kind of vehicle, the hot shots I do. He runs big trucks, heavy haul. So it's just two different perspectives, I guess. Agreed, Matt's mom. I think you might be right too. I was kind of analyzing a long conversation with another family member of mine over all the other stuff that's been going on. So that was kind of cathartic in a way, but George, you are headed to DC. At the moment, George, I am not headed to DC. The Lord put me here back in Texas for the rally. We did the rally. I've been on a lot of multiple Zoom calls with several states. We're building something really good under TPC, and I have to tend to my business right now. At the moment, I've got to get things caught up. I know about what time they're supposed to be there. I've been informed. That's not up for me to give that information out, though. However, if anyone tries to ask, you just have to, use the website as a guideline. But we'll have to see. I mean, I think that if the Lord wants me up there, He's gonna turn me up there. I just know right now the feeling I have is that I'm supposed to be here, and I'm gonna do everything I need to get done here. That if I get pivoted up there, then I can immediately go up there. I want to be up there. It's actually been really hard being off the convoy, and they're like a family, and I miss them. I miss them a lot. I call them, a lot of them, like every few days, check on them, see if there's anything they need, see how they're doing, how they're feeling. It's hard. I haven't been able to watch a lot of the live streaming because I've just been so busy. I guess I could watch it and not live stream to you guys too. Priorities, choices. I'm still with the movement. I'm still here. I just have a different capacity right now. It's a spirit. These people have this spirit that's amazing. And as I told someone a while back, that I realized that I told someone today to remind them, I was like, how could this be bad? I don't see it. It's not bad. Because I have the adversaries working on some people really hard right now that are in my life, and they're working on, the adversaries working on other people's lives regarding the convoy too, like from the outside, I've noticed. And just being in there, I'm like, this isn't a bad place. These are amazing people. Their spirits are think the harder they push, or the harder the adversary pushes on, you know, the doubt or what questions, the more I know it's the right thing to do. Because every time I get ready to do something that I know is right and that I'm being led to do, the closer I get to it, the harder the trials and tribulations get, and the darker some things get. Hang on, I'm gonna go read your stuff. Live in a communist pocket society is Freebird. I pretty much stay in my home and don't talk to anybody here, only you guys in chat. Freebird, I'm so sorry. That might be why you're crying every day. You have no support, nobody you can reach out to. You feel alone. That's not good. That's not good at all, Freebird. We gotta find you more than this. I'm sure, Freebird, that there are other people out there that are very like-minded with you that are in that communist pocket, and they just don't know it because they're feeling the same thing, that they're isolated and they're alone, because that's what they spent so much time doing to us through COVID, especially to try and convince us that we're isolated and alone, and that what we're thinking isn't like the neighbors and what the neighbors are thinking. And that's what the beginning of the People's Convoy did, was show how many people came out for it and stood on bridges and the sides of the roads and showed up when the convoy came in, and then would come out every weekend at Hagerstown and hang out because they like the vibe. There's so many people I talk to like that. Then I'm like, see, we're not alone. Look how many people, how many of us are together. And it angers me that they purposely did that to us. Somebody or multiple people or organization or whatever, that they purposely did that to us. It just blows my mind how soulless people can be. It really does. And that's just evil. But I digress. I'm still reading your stuff. People are growing. Let's see, who's that? Mocamp, growing in many ways, and I expected people to stand up to the plate. Yeah, I can't tell you how many people, like, including myself, I've never done any of this stuff before. Idaho rally, the pastor announced that it got some. Yeah, Matt told me about that. That's awesome. Did not pass. Thank you, TBC. God is great. I don't know what role. I mean, I supported a role. Like, we were out there in pressure, and hopefully that's what did it. But no matter what, I mean, everybody. There was a couple other rallies out there in Sacramento that same day. So, you know, hopefully everybody was able to put enough pressure. That's what I'm trying to figure out, you guys. There's a lot of us that are parts of different organizations, not just the People's Convoy. Like me, I'm just part of the People's Convoy, not because I don't want to be a part of anything else, per se. It's just the way it is right now for me. But I met a whole bunch of people at like the rally in Austin that are part of other organizations. And the organizations have very similar goals and very similar ways of thinking. I don't know, belief systems, where they're looking at all these things like those bills, just like in Sacramento, how there was a lot of very more religious organizations that were out there for the AB 2223. And one of my thoughts is I want to see if we can connect with these people, because if they have, you know, a similar goal based on a bill that we all find is disagreeable, or, you know, to say the least, and we need to sit there and put pressure on the state or whatever it is, then we can all be connected. We don't have to tell this organization how to run. They're already doing that. They don't need to tell us how to run. We're already doing that. But we all have the same attainable goal, which is, you know, fundamental freedom, basically. So when they have, I've been calling it a call to action, like they see something that maybe we don't catch, they can go, hey, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna protest, or let's not say protest, peacefully assemble in disagreement of it, because that's what we're using now, is peacefully assemble, because that's enshrined right in the Constitution. Yes, no, I remember you overseas. You let me use your backpack. I do remember. I have you written down too. To peacefully assemble, and then we can get the word out to all these links into these different organizations that have the same attainable goal, and then get the bodies, get the people out there. So like if that organization over there says, hey, this 2223 in California is about to go down, and we read it and we completely agree with the premise of going against it and putting pressure on, then maybe there's 10, 15, 20 organizations that are all on board with that. We can collaborate and get everybody there to one spot, because that's what we're missing, is the numbers. There's so many organizations that are on the same page as we are for TPC that have already been doing it for a while. We gotta, why can't we just add to the bodies? It's not like you have to be part of the organization. It's just they're doing a peaceful assembly against it. Get the bodies there, because we all agree that it's a bad bill. We all agree that it's a bad situation, whatever it is. So that's my thought process on that for y'all, because I don't know what it is. I'm just sitting in the truck here. Is that better, guys? I see a loud humming. Let's go read the rest of your stuff. Hang on. Still trying to catch up here. Okay. Boy, you guys are chatty today. You can watch a live stream on an iPad and streaming phone behind you. We can watch it together like... That's awesome, George. Well, maybe we'll try that here one of these days. Just like in Canada, there's the movement that is spreading. Yes, it is, and we've got to keep building on it. It's a marathon, not a sprint, people. Loved your plan right under the pecan tree. Yeah, overseas, I did, and we're working on it. We're expanding it right now. When I said I was supporting Convoy, my family and friends came down on me. Some don't talk to me anymore. It makes me want to get in my truck and drive away forever. But that's just the adversary, free bird. You got to understand that, and I guess it makes you definitely feel alone, because your family shouldn't do that to you. And you would be surprised how many people supporting this convoy and in the convoy have a lot of family members that are getting weeded out based on that. And that's what one of my buddies said today regarding it. He said, maybe this is the way that the Lord is weeding out those people in your life to prepare you to be able to do what you're supposed to do and not have those people in your life. I mean, you want to have them in your life, but I've said it before, you may have to leave them behind for right now. And then when everything's said and done, we'll go back, gather them back, and we will. But right now, like, I've had people just wasting my time, and I'm like, why are they wasting my time? Why are they wasting my time? It doesn't feel right. I feel like they're wasting my time, like the adversary's gotten to them, and then they're wasting my time so that I can't focus on the important things. And that's how I feel for some of these people. And that might be what's going on. But Freebird, yeah, hang in there. Hang in there. Start trying to look around. You know, I don't know where you're at, Freebird, but there are people around you that do have similar beliefs and are into this, and you've got to connect with them. Overseas, you told me how you spoke Spanish to Honduran women. What was she saying, if you can say? I can, because she actually spoke at the meeting that night. That was the blessing that I had. I speak enough Spanish to get by, and for some reason I was blessed to be able to speak to this woman fluently. And I have like witnesses that were like, I thought you spoke Spanish fluently, and I did not. And she told me her vision, and it basically was like the People's Convoy. She went through the history of how, you know, of her life, and then talked about this vision in 2020 when COVID came, about how at some point, like, people with flags gathered and they came into the state, and they were gathered, and it brought a lot of people together. It was the simplification of it. But if you go through like the live streaming, I don't know what day it was. It was when we were in Banning at the equestrian, the horse center, the equestrian center in Banning. And I want to say it was like the third night we were there, maybe. I don't, you know, you can look at the live stream, and they live streamed the whole meeting. I think it was like at 8 o'clock. I don't know if that matters, but, and she said it. What you'll see is, it was the first night, I think, where everyone was kind of giving Mike shit about one more thing, and that's where it came from. So yeah, I know it's on there. It's pretty awesome. Her daughter translated it while she was saying it. Still running through all your stuff. I don't know if my oh, there, look, see, I do take advice. Freebird, other people, pulled the phone off. Turn the sound up. Sorry, I'm losing my voice too. I'm like sick from my allergies. The high road in business is tough these days. It's cutthroat world. The era of being bound in handshake deals are a memory, a few of us, but they're over. Agreed. Especially in the oil field, man. Seriously, like that. But it's okay. I'm not worried. I would have never taken it if he would have told me it was over that. He didn't even know what it weighed. He just guessed, and it is what it is. So, yeah, overseas, yeah, that was the one. If you know what date it was, somebody can see it, I guess. Still trying to catch up with y'all. High road business. Yeah, if we all work together, agreed. I don't know, Freebird, about Canada. I know they're doing a lot of stuff in Canada, so we just need to pay attention to it, and support them as best we can, as well as here. Connecticut had about 100-car rally. Oh, that's cool. Go Connecticut. Julius was in Sacramento today. Another bill got tabled. Awesome. What shoes are you wearing? Kobe? You sure like a lot about my shoes. What's up with that? Why are you asking Kobe? What's the premise to you inquiring what shoes I'm wearing today? Table does not mean it's gone. That is accurate. That's just like the mandates. They took the mandates out when the convoy started moving across from California. And then when we pivoted back to California, they started, you know, applying them again. It's crazy. That's cool. Overseas. Yeah, the Spanish, it is. I don't know. I've been telling that story because I got really pushed by somebody important in my life, that was like, why aren't you home? California doesn't want you, blah, 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 blah. And I had told that story, and I said, how do you walk away from a blessing like that? That you were literally blessed. I was literally blessed to speak fluent Spanish to understand that woman that night, and so she could talk and tell her vision. How do you walk away from that? How do you walk away from these miracles that you see? You can't. I can't. So, yeah, Freebird, you got it. Work boots. Goes to another committee. I saw her at the meeting. She talked. Her daughter was her daughter was interpreting. Love the rigs behind you. That's my sticker. Whole life.
Brian. Ray, you're right. We needed to be diligent, but we made a difference. I think we made a difference. I know we did. You can't, I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I don't. And this is the reason why. If you haven't looked up Event 201, you need to go look it up. October 2019. Bill Gates was a big part of that. It was like a pandemic war game where they war gamed a pandemic in October 2019 called Event 201. Big important thing you need to go look out. And then like a month later, they tracked it down. A month later, COVID came out. So I'm just telling you, like, my belief in coincidences is over after that. Like, I used to be on the fence, but it's over. So you need to put that out to people. A lot of people don't know about that. It's Event 201. I'm sure YouTube will kick me off here in a minute because I probably said the magic words, but overseas, used to pull track hose with hazmat company, work for 30-foot wells. Halliburton, yeah, they're a lot better because of the pandemic. Yeah, I mean, you can't prove it, but what do they say? If it looks like a fish and smells like a fish, or walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, might be a duck. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool overseas. So here, I'm all worked out in my FRs. That's what I wear out in the field. So yeah, you'll see my boots here in a second, Kobe. But alright, you guys, I want to get back to you, let you know I just made it home. It is what it is. I gotta go work on invoices and get all that stuff situated, and then try to calm down, I guess. I was watching news in China at the time. It sure looked plain to me. Well, at minimum, it came from their viral lab. Maybe it escaped because of carelessness, but China locked down their country, but still allowed their people to fly internationally. So it reminds me at minimum of what, never let a good crisis go to waste. I'm sure y'all have heard that. So at minimum, I would say that's what went down, is they're like, oh, oops, we'll just let it go out. And that's what they did. Yes, Freebird, it did. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are adorable. I do appreciate you. So far, I guess I haven't had too many trolls on here, thank God, but maybe I'm just not drawing enough attention, which is good and bad, I guess. So we'll just keep it on. Things get more adventurous. I think I'm gonna ride this weekend. You did. You guys definitely did. I'm gonna try and ride this weekend. So if I do, I will take you with me if you want. It's not gonna be like I don't know. It could be crazy. I haven't been on them in a while, but I need to. I need to ride. That's my favorite thing to do. I don't get to do it very often. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna say goodnight. Good night. Thank you, Freebird. It'll be okay. You got friends too. We're gonna work on the flyers and I'll get them out. Okay. We'll cook the trolls there. Show up. Yeah. We'll get them. They're the gremlins in my engine right now. So. She got so animated. I listened to the time. Yeah, Brian, those tears. Oh my gosh. So when she spoke, like, you could look at every single face in the crowd and they had just tears welling up. When she told me about it, she had tears welling up. That's how I knew. I mean, that woman can speak in Spanish. You might not hear a word. In fact, somebody told me that woman speaks Spanish. I can't understand a word, but every time she talks, I just feel it, and that person would tear up. So we have someone working on flyers on a template. So we're trying to get that all wrapped up this week, you guys, so we can get stuff out. There's a lot of good ideas coming out. They gotta, you know, get run through and get the blessing of national, because that's, if you're gonna work under an organization, you need to respect the organization, which, if some of you know what's gone on, that hasn't always happened with certain things. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to sit here and spread gossip or trash about anybody. I'm just saying, if you choose to work under an organization, you have to respect that. So, the boundaries and stuff. But yeah, we're getting all that over to them to let them look at it, make sure that they deem it the direction they want to go. And trolls don't like mac and cheese. They prefer Velveeta. Which, if y'all don't know, that's like a trigger food for me because of my ex. But I'll eat it. I'll eat it and be grateful about it. So, alright. Good night. Take care. I'll try to shoot y'all tomorrow.